Welcome to She's in the Weeds.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Hollis.
We're best friends exploring the intersection of pop culture and the female experience.
Be sure to follow us on socials and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode.
And if you love us, give us that 5-star review.
Nailed it.
I think it's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back to the show.
We don't have anything profound to talk about today. We're just chatting.
Just yapping it up.
That's right. We don't have a weeds topic, and we were like, this is our podcast. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
So
don't tell us what to do.
We're just yapping today. I do have a story, though. You'll have to tell me if you can relate or if anyone out there can relate. I went to the gas station at the Kroger, and normally, I just pull up to the pump and get out and put my card in. But I didn't have my wallet. I just had my phone. I had to do the tap. So to walk up to the window, and I had my kids with me. So I closed the door and locked the door and walked over to the window, paid, came back. And I have one of those gas hatches that you just push it in and it pops open. I'm pushing it. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, it's broken. I cannot get it open. I'm like, what is going on? Finally, I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to have to call my husband. Like, this is insane. I cannot get it open. So I'm like trying to pry my fingers behind it and like pull it open. I'm like, I don't want to break it. So I go to get in my car and I go to open the door and I'm like, oh, right, I locked it because of the kids. So I hit unlock and then it
pops open.
Well, then it dawns on me. I was like, wait, will it not open when the car is locked? I didn't even think about it.
It's like a safety feature.
Yeah, walked over, popped it right open. So I don't know what my problem is with the gas situation. I mean, you guys remember my last gas story.
Been having some moments at the gas station.
Good Lord.
I get weird at the gas station too, though. I get very paranoid about locking my keys in the car, even though it's physically impossible for me to lock my keys in the car.
Can any new cars have the keys locked in them now?
No.
Yeah.
Mine. But I'm always in the back of my head, I was like, it's going to malfunction.
Right.
At some point, it's going to be the time that I'm like at the gas station. So I always I'll put my keys in my pocket. I'll leave the door open, ajar. Yeah. Like, I'm also a psycho. I swear to God, I am.
Is this a behavioral disease?
Yeah. It's a new one. Well, I'm turning into a hypochondriac in my old age. That's just happening. And I had a scabies scare.
Oh, my God.
I did it. Really? But I thought
you're like, it's scabies for sure. Like, why would you go that route?
Well, I thought for about 3.5 hours in the middle of the night that I had scabies. Because, for a week, my forearms were itching. No rash, no bumps, no nothing. But, we're itching consistently.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, here and there. And then, my back started kind of itching. And then my shins were itching. And it got to be, day 5 of this just mysterious kind of itching with no rash or anything. And I was laying in bed and I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I'm a pretty good sleeper. I fall asleep. Yeah. I can always go to sleep. But if I have something I'm anxious about, at night, it just ramps up. Yes. And, my mind goes insane and just spirals, So it's I think I woke up to go to the bathroom and then I was like, God damn, my forearms are itching. And I was like, if this doesn't stop by next week, I'm going to have to go to the doctor and just be like, I'm itchy, but there's nothing wrong. And they're going to be like, sorry, there's nothing we could do for you. So I was thinking, I was like, what could it be? I was like, oh my God, what if it's a mite? And I was like, scabies. It's totally scabies because that's the only mite I know of. So then I started Googling scabies. Of course, it didn't look anything like it.
No, you would know.
Yeah.
I mean, you may not know it was scabies, but there would be bite. You would see something.
Yeah, and it's just where the fuck would I get scabies?
You can get them from
movie theaters.
Yeah.
Well, then I was like,
we had gone to the movie theater. Yeah, you can't. I don't think it's typically they're transmitted person to person. Yeah. But you can get them from like couches or mattresses, right. But yeah.
I know. It's just like the likelihood that I would have gotten scabies is just like 0%. But for like 3 hours in the middle of the night, I was like, oh my God. And then of course I went back to bed, woke up the next morning. I was like, oh my God. Of course I don't have scabies. You know? In the light of day, I like come back and now it's gone.
Yeah.
It's been like a week and like nothing.
That's hilarious. Well, it's funny because
it was probably just like the sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or,
well, we were out on the boat.
Change. Yeah.
You probably just got like a little bit
sunburned.
Yeah. It's so funny. I feel like for some reason we just like are the same person and have all the same problems. But about 15 years ago, I had, and I still am not convinced that it's the dairy, but whatever. I broke out in this rash. It started out as just like what looked like bug bites. And we had just gotten back from summer camp, which is a music festival. And I was like, oh, I must have gotten like bit up by something because I noticed it. It was like 2 days after we'd gotten home or something. And it just got progressively worse. And then it turned into this horrible rash. And then like, I mean, it was just like all over. It was horrible. I saw like a bunch of allergists, dermatologists. I mean, I was seeing all these doctors. It went on for like 18 months.
Oh, geez.
It was horrific. I still to this day I ended up having some skin testing done at the allergist office. And see, now I have a theory. I came back positive as allergic to dust mites and a specific like dairy protein. So I did quit eating dairy for a while and they put me on all these rounds of like oral steroids and stuff. And it did clear. And I did stop eating dairy for a while. So who knows? Maybe it was one of those weird things where now I'm not. Cause
your body changes.
Yeah. So I started to incorporate dairy slowly back into my diet. And now I don't really limit it. I'm a very slightly conscious of it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't limit it anymore. And I haven't had any problems. But anyway, I have PTSD from that because it was so traumatic and awful. And like, I couldn't wear a bathing suit or a dress or shorts for 18 months. I mean, it was really bad.
Was this before I knew you?
No, you were living in New Orleans.
Oh. Okay.
So
you said summer camp. I was thinking like.
Yeah. No. This might have been the last year I went that you didn't go because you had moved. But so anyway.
Man, yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, and I did I went and got all the hypoallergenic mattress cases and pillow cases and all that stuff. That I have air filters all over my house for
I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah. You just probably had to be here to really grasp how.
Yeah, and I remember the allergy part. I don't think I remembered like the
rash,
part. Yeah.
So anyway, I have PTSD from that. So like anytime a bump pops up on my skin, I'm like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
So about a week ago, I was like, had these little what looked like bug bites on my legs. And that's where it started the first time they were on my legs, which is also what made me think it was bug bites, because that's where you get chiggers or like whatever. So I was like, I freaked out. I went and bought a bunch of like plant-based, like literally we went straight to Kroger, got some plant-based yogurt, which is the most foul thing I've ever tasted in my life. Thank God that's not what
yogurt.
Disgusting. I'm sorry to the vegans and the people who have to eat that.
That's like
it's
just
horrendous.
Don't eat I would just not eat yogurt.
I know,
just
right?
Like, sorry, I'm not a yogurt girl anymore.
Oh my God. So anyway, long story short, then I noticed my daughter had bug bites. I mean, horrible on her legs. And then I was talking to my stepmom who was over at a family member's house, and I guess they got there and he like immediately started spraying them down with stuff and was like, the turkey mites are awful. This is the only thing that works.
Turkey mites?
Because I was telling my husband, I was like, my 6-year-old and we must have gotten into something and got bit up, because I was telling him, I thought the chiggers would be done for the season, because that's what it kind of seemed like. And he was like, he's like, they must have had a resurgence, because I got bit up too, and he was all bit up. But then I'm like, I wonder if it's this turkey mite business. So I looked it up because I'd never heard of turkey mites, and they're not really a thing. It's just kind of one of those things that people call them turkey mites, but it's actually the Lone Star tick when it's in like its larval stage. You can get bit, and it was like characteristics are like severe itching, and then it can kind of turn into a rash, and you need to treat it with antihistamines and all this stuff. And like if it doesn't get better, you should go see your doctor. And they're going away, thankfully. But yeah, now I'm kind of wondering. And the other weird thing is every time I get bit by a tick, I have to go and get it. The bite will last for months, and I have to go get a cortisone shot in it to get it to go away. I wonder.
Because you had Lyme disease?
I don't know if it's because I had Lyme disease or if I just wonder with like the dust mites, I wonder if I'm allergic to mites.
Oh, yeah. I mean, probably. I think it's like a lot of allergies where it's like, I don't know. They told me this because I'm allergic to amoxicillin. They're like, you're probably allergic to all the cillins.
Yes.
You just won't know until you take them because they're.
So maybe I'm allergic to a lot of antibiotics too. And a lot of times, unfortunately, I don't know until I take them.
Yeah. So maybe it's the same. You're allergic to like most mites. Yeah. There's a connection between them all.
Because I'm still not, even though it did clear after I quit eating dairy for a while and like, but I was also on all these oral steroids. I don't know. I'm still not convinced that that's what it was. And I just wonder if like I didn't get bit really bad at summer camp by some kind of something and then it just kickstarted this allergic reaction. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I mean, 18 months is a long time.
Yes. Yeah.
But also, that seems very severe for a dairy allergy. But I don't know anything about allergies.
The only thing that makes sense about that is that I was consuming dairy that whole time, so that could make sense as to why the rash didn't clear. But like, I don't know. It was just one of those weird things, and I don't know. It makes me wonder about the mite thing, and it's just funny that we had very similar. No experience is unique, guys, because I literally jumped right up off the couch and went straight to Kroger and was like, I gotta quit eating dairy.
I did. In the middle of the night, I got up, stripped my sheets, started washing all of my things because I was just like, great, I have scabies, and even though that's not, I read that they were like, that's not going to do anything. Like, you still have it. It's on your person.
Yeah.
So washing your sheets didn't even fucking make sense.
Right.
Washing my sheets wasn't going to do anything. But I was like, they're everywhere. Suki was looking at me like, what the fuck's going on? Insane.
But it was also at night when I would go to bed that I was spiraling about the same thing. Like, that? I don't know. And I will say, having had a rash issue like that, the itching does get worse at night.
Well, that's what another thing they were like, the itching intensifies at night, which I didn't. That was not a symptom. Yeah. Like I don't know why that is, but it's true. Yeah. That's so weird. It's so funny, like how our body reacts to nighttime, where it's just like it behaves completely differently.
I turn into a completely different person when the sun goes down.
Anyway, so I'm glad I'm over that. Yeah. Until the next. Until the next thing.
Glad that we've come out on the other side of both of those things. Jesus.
I'm also never drinking wine ever again.
No.
I had 2 glasses of wine at our friend's house. Did you feel like
absolute garbage?
And I had this very specific headache I get every time I drink wine. It's like a very pointed headache right here on the left side of my head. Yeah. For like 3 days.
Yeah.
And like, I had like 2 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
It was the first day of my period and I hadn't eaten anything either. So I feel like it was like a perfect storm.
It was definitely a perfect storm.
But yeah, I was just like, this sucks. Screw this.
Yeah. I drank the bourbon and I was...
You were fine?
Was okay.
Yeah. I guess I just gotta stick to tequila.
Yeah. I know. And I feel like we've been off the wine.
Yeah.
When you're off the
wine
for a long time.
Maybe a couple months. Then 3 months maybe.
I know. Then when you do have it, it's like.
Yeah. And white wine's worse.
Oh, for sure.
So when I say wine, like I'll have I've had a glass of red wine with dinner or something.
Yeah,
but,
that's fine.
I don't drink white wine anymore to get drunk.
Right. But yeah.
Anywho, that's my updates.
Anywho, we did see Freaky Friday.
Yes, we did.
The movie theater was fine. The seats were disgusting.
Yeah, seats, but the lobby has improved. They've made some updates, so it's not as like when you first walk in, you're not just like yikes.
Yeah. No, it was fine, and there were people working.
Yeah, there were plenty of people working. But the seats were foul.
Yeah. And the floor was so sticky.
Like, I mean, comically sticky.
Yeah, like frat house sticky. Yeah, it was gross.
But it was good. I mean, I didn't have grand expectations for the film.
Yeah, it was okay.
But my mom said the same thing. She was like, we were talking about it last night, and she was like, I was confused a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, this is a little bit of a spoiler. We won't tell you, who switches with who, but it's a 4-way switch. So it did get kind of confusing because sometimes you're like, wait, who's who?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, they did pair them off so that once you kind of like got it, you were like, okay, it's these two and these two. But yeah, it did get a little confusing. There were great callbacks to all of Lindsay Lohan's movies from that era, which was fun. It was okay. I give it like a 6.5.
Yeah, which is honestly
it was enjoyable. It was not the banger that the first one was, but
it was also too long.
It was too long,
which is my gripe with most movies these days, where it's just like
it could have been 30 minutes.
A half an hour
for
off,
sure.
And it wouldn't have lost the plot because, like, let's face it, the plot was what it is.
Yeah, the plot is the switch. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to it. So yeah, it definitely could have been a half hour shorter. Yeah.
With that being said, it was fun.
Yeah, definitely see it.
I do like going to the movies. It's fun.
Yeah, it's an experience for sure.
Popcorn was good.
And I walked up to the thing and it was like, oh, sign up to be a whatever Stubbs thing. And it's like, it's free. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, you just do it and put your email in and you get half off movies on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And we happened to be there on a Tuesday and it took it off right then and there. I thought, oh, probably I didn't expect to get it that day. I did. So it was only $6.
My dumbass was just like, quit trying to sell me shit. Swipe. No.
I was like, did you do the thing? She was like, oh, I already did it. I already paid for it.
Shucks. Well,
so
next
for
time.
$6. Worth it.
When I go to a movie on a Tuesday night in 6 years again, I'll be sure to sign up. Yeah.
Honestly, I was surprised. I was even feeling okay about $12 full price. I thought it was going to be like $18. 12 is not that.
That's reasonable for this day and age.
I think it was $10.50 or $11 last time I went to the movies, which has been years ago. So
yeah, I think they're definitely like, nobody's going to come to these movies
if we make it too expensive. Yeah. Speaking of inflation, I will say one place that inflation does not have a chokehold on are the garage sales.
Oh.
I mean, you can still get things for $0.25.
You don't frickin' say.
I was very pleased.
Yeah, I would have figured they were no change. They were rounding up to at least $1.
I know. I thought everything would be $1. No, things are still 25, 50 cents. So
good to know somebody's still doing things the right way in this country.
Yeah, I went to a couple of garage sales last weekend and found some crafting stuff and they had toys and books and it's $0.25. I was like, done. Done. I also realized.
Did you flip it to her? You're like, here you go, lady. Did she caught it?
I should have. Didn't come to me in the moment.
Do you have change for a Susan B. Anthony coin?
Is a Susan B. Anthony is 25 cents though, isn't it?
No, I thought it was $1 coin or 50 cents.
Oh, right. Yes. I think it's $1. My great grandmother used to give us Susan B. Anthony's in our Valentines every year. I have a bunch of them. Another revelation that I made, speaking of, again, shopping, vintage shopping, I won a new dining room table, and I might have told you this.
Oh, I thought you said you won a new dining room table.
Oh, no, I was
like, you did? You solved the problem?
I won one? And I just made the realization that I could get a round table, and my mind is, like, blown.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to really change the feng shui. It's going to work perfectly.
It's going to work great in the space that I have. Right now we have like a long rectangle table and it's a big space and it's a big table. It seats 6. But yeah, I was like, okay, what style do I want? I'm like looking at things and I was at a vintage store and they had this old round table and I looked at it and I thought, oh my God. There's round tables.
Eureka.
You can get round tables.
When did they start making round tables?
Why does nobody have round tables anymore?
I know. My parents have a round table.
Do they?
Well, it's like, it has leaves in the middle, so sometimes it's rounded,
it's oval.
Rectangle. Yeah. Oval.
Yeah. Sometimes it's more like an egg.
What's the word for a rounded rectangle? Oval.
Sometimes it's squoval. But yeah, so I'm thrilled looking at round tables. I'm very excited. So
I'm excited for you. Get a Lazy Suze.
I have one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's really going to bring the family closer together, too.
I think so, too. And quite frankly, it's better for conversation. You can see everyone. Nobody feels left out on the end.
Heck yeah.
It's great. I'm thrilled. I'll keep you all updated on my round table journey. I'll be looking. One thing we do need to circle back on is last week's episode. Hollis very kindly gave me a nice compliment about how I truly practice what I preach with mom shaming. And as I was editing the episode back, I did, it's not lost on me or us that we were criticizing Shane's parenting a little bit earlier in the episode. And I just wanted to touch on it briefly because I don't want to come off as like a hypocrite. And
Shane, who is from Housewives of Orange County.
Yes, we were talking about Shane and Emily. And I do feel like mostly what we were talking about and criticizing, quote unquote, was more his behavior towards her. But we definitely had some things to say about his particular self-admitted parenting style of parenting his boys and girls differently simply because they're boys and girls. So, yeah, and it's one of those things where I do feel like it's a little different because they truly are like on this show talking about their lives and he's talking about his parenting. We weren't like making some like wild assumption based off of like one thing we saw in a 25-second TikTok video or whatever and then rushing to the comment section to shame somebody. And also, I do think there's a time and place for criticism. And I think the important thing is like trying to think about where that's coming from, whether it's coming from like a place of concern or a place of judgment. And so I really had to kind of like take a step back and examine like, okay, am I really concerned about these people? I mean, probably not. It's a parasocial relationship. But as a parent and also a wife, I can have empathy for Emily in that situation. And we are more talking about that and sort of his behavior towards her. But I would be lying if I was saying that there wasn't a little bit of judgment there.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think being able to kind of look inward and say, am I just being judgmental? Or do I have true concern or at least true empathy for this situation? Yeah. I think in that situation, it was a little bit of both.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's a really good point. And that is a thing I think about, too, watching these shows, is, like, that is kind of the point of the show.
Exactly.
Is to, like, listen to what they say and then, like, discuss.
Talk about it, analyze
and, like,
it.
Pass judgment, blah, blah, blah. But you're right. I mean, we should be giving men the same... Well, I don't know. Should we be giving men the same consideration that we give female parents, male parents?
Yeah, and I think we should. And it's not to say that had Emily been the one to say that and not Shane, that I probably would have said the same thing.
Yeah.
And I do think there's a difference between having an opinion and just flat out shaming somebody. And I think that is something that I truly try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I do feel like I don't shame other moms just for the sake of shaming other moms. Now, I think you made a comment of something like you had said you'd never heard me say a critical word of another parent, which was nice of you to say. I'm sure that's not true. You know, none of us are perfect people. I mean, we all have critical things to say about other people from time to time. But I definitely, in terms of like seeing something or hearing something and just making an assumption and then passing judgment on that assumption is something that I try really hard not to do. And it's something that we see happening all the time that does need to stop.
Yeah, I think that was my point. It's like, I've never heard you be catty and just like, you know, call out a mom based on zero information.
Yes. Yeah. I agree. I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt in a situation where it's maybe not super clear too. In that situation, he's self-admitting to doing this. Yeah. And it was more of just, that's not my style of parenting. That's not how I do think that we don't necessarily allow sometimes men, especially young boys, you know, the whole idea that like they can't be sensitive or that they're not allowed to emote and like that kind of thing. I think that's a pretty big generalization to just say, I'm going to do this because they're boys and they need to toughen up. You have to allow boys the space to be sensitive and have emotions, and that's okay. Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't agree with that style of parenting. And I'm not saying that Shane is a bad dad.
Yeah.
That particular thing that he said, I don't.
Well, yeah, and I don't
align with that.
Both can be true. You can disagree with his style of parenting and still respect the fact that like he can parent his kid however he wants.
Exactly.
You know?
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to circle back and touch on that briefly because
that's a good
I was listening back and it's like the beginning of the episode we're like, Shane, and then later on we're like,
we did go in a little hard.
Yeah.
Well, now that you bring that up, I can't wait for you to watch this Netflix documentary, The High School Catfish Mom, because it'll tie in perfectly to what you were just talking about.
Okay, well, I'm going to watch that, and next episode we'll talk about that and Amanda Knox.
Great. Because
we're going to talk about that too, but I don't know that much about it, even though it was happening like when I was in college, because we're about the same age. But Hollis is up on it, and so we're going to talk about that next episode. But I would like to finish the series first. So
yeah, I think there's one.
Is there one more?
Maybe 2 episodes, but we can.
But I'll watch the catfish thing too. I do, and this is maybe a spoiler. Sorry, guys, but I know that it's the mom. I think because they've been talking about it online. And so
I
didn't realize that was, I thought you knew that going into the documentary, just the way everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anybody talk about it, I guess.
Okay. But I guess that's the big twist.
Yeah. And but there's also like, even if you know the big twist, there's so many layers to it. And I was having this discussion with a friend of mine and we were talking about like, you know, how crazy it was. And then he kind of proclaimed like, I don't think I have true empathy for this person. So I'm very curious, especially from a mom's perspective.
For the perpetrator.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
After you hear like everything that went down.
Yeah.
Because I struggled with it too. But yeah, I'm just curious to see your take.
All right. Then yes, I will watch that and before our next episode and we'll discuss. Okay. So I think we're going to talk about Serena Williams and Ozempic. First, let's do a little fun fall activity.
Woo, fun fall activity.
Because we're like moving into the fall season. Well, we've had our first fake fall because it is going to be 88 degrees this weekend. Yeah. For like 4 days in a row, it's going to be like 86, 87, 88 degrees. Great. But it has been like 45 in the mornings and like
crisp and felt like fall.
And it's been like highs of like low 70s. And so now we're moving into our second. What do they call it? Indian summer.
The only nice thing about fake fall is that, because sometimes when it's fall like this and I'm like, oh, it's going to be gone so soon. At least we have it for a little bit longer because we'll get
another one.
Oh, yeah.
I do feel like fall we still have. It's spring that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It literally goes from being cold to just hot.
Yeah, that is very true.
But fall, I do feel like we get at least 3 weeks of fall weather.
Yeah.
Maybe even 4. Maybe even a full month of fallish weather. So to honor the first fake fall of the season, I want to talk about like the stereotypical fall stuff and whether or not you're into it, whether or not we're into it. Okay. So number 1, pumpkin spice. Yeah. Pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin spice candles, pumpkin spice this, that.
Yeah.
Is it your jam?
I wouldn't say it's my jam. I will enjoy one pumpkin spice latte a year. Yeah. And I'll be like, that was delicious. I've had it. And now I'm moving on. I'm not like a pumpkin spice latte season person where I'll drink them every day for a month. Yeah. Because they're so fucking sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, they are delicious. If you're going to try to say it's not good, like whatever, taste is subjective. It is yummy. Yeah. But like, it's not, it's the same thing with pumpkin pie. That's probably on your list.
I love pumpkin pie.
I love pumpkin pie. But I don't want it except for once a year.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like in the spring, I'm not like, God, you know what I could use right now?
A big old slice of pumpkin pie.
But I enjoy it seasonally.
Yes. Remember when we had pumpkin pie? I don't remember what they were called at Jiffy Treat, but it's essentially a blizzard.
Oh, a cyclone?
Cyclone. That's what we called them. And we literally put a slice of pumpkin pie in it.
And it was delicious.
It was delicious, guys.
I like pumpkin cheesecake.
Yeah.
good. I mean, I like the flavor.
Me too. I like pumpkin spice cupcakes.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a spice cake. Yeah. Now, I'm not just trying to be cool or against the grain. I have never had a pumpkin spice latte or coffee drink.
You'd probably hate it. I don't think you would like it.
I'm not a huge like sweet hot coffee drink person. I'm always just a black coffee girly. Yeah. I do like when I started drinking cold brew though, you turned me on to that foam.
Sweet cream foam.
Yeah, I do like that, but that's about all I can handle. I don't want like an also sweet drink and then like I just get that on top of black cold brew, right? Yeah. But I think for the next episode,
we should try them.
Let's do them live on the pod.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Yeah.
I will say I do like pumpkin spice and like certain things, but it does get out of control too.
Yeah.
Like
well, it's a strong flavor.
Yeah,
I don't think it's something you'd want every day.
I don't need pumpkin spice hummus. I don't need pumpkin spice.
Oh God, I didn't know that was a thing.
You know, they do all kinds of weirdo shit now. I don't need all that, but I do like it in certain things.
Yeah.
It's because it's just clove, nutmeg, cinnamon.
Yeah.
And you know what I don't like though? Well, I don't know. I guess Hopscotch has made one. When all the like small, boutique coffee shops do their version of pumpkin spice,
and it's like different.
And it's just like, no, we just want the sugary one.
Yeah,
that's what makes it delicious.
Yeah, right.
But anyways,
don't be trying to like make it hipster and healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Do you decorate for fall?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, not a full indoor decoration. I do pumpkins outside.
Yeah.
I'll put some, I have to put my disco pumpkins out. Last year I got the bowl of disco pumpkins.
Nice.
And I remember I was like, do you like my disco pumpkins? You were like, yeah, nice.
I think I remember that now.
You were impressed.
Nice. Good old disco pumpkin.
So I don't go full blast, but I put a few things out. I do love a fall candle though.
Yeah.
I will really lean into that.
Yeah. We talked about this a little bit on the last episode. I do love a candle ambiance. Very nice. I went and got some fall decorations because I didn't really have anything that were not either Halloween or Thanksgiving related. And I had like some little scarecrows. So I did go and I got some like glass pumpkins because I wanted to do the piano because we have the top of the piano is like going to have like a nice fall runner for it. So I did get some like glass pumpkins. I have my little scarecrows, and then what else did I get? Oh, some glass acorns that I have this shelf in our powder room or guest bathroom that I did.
Yeah, I love that.
Well, it was exciting.
Just a little touch.
Just a little touch here and there. Okay, are you a soup person?
Oh yeah,
soup, chili, yeah.
Actually, I made chili last night.
Nice.
Ringing in the fall.
Yes, I feel like there's like soup people and then there's not soup people.
Yeah, I don't trust not soup people.
I'm a soup person. Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Love a soup. Okay. Football.
Yeah,
we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, am I a crazy football? I feel like all my answers are the same.
Yeah.
Middle of the road. Classic. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy watching football. I'm not a diehard football fan.
Right.
But like, I can get down.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get down. I'm here for the vibes.
Yeah, and I love a big game.
Snacks.
I love a big game.
Yeah.
I'm here for the big games.
Right.
I don't need to watch all of them. That's for sure.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not keeping up on the stats.
Right.
Don't ask me questions about football.
Right.
I'll hang and watch the game.
I'll eat the dips.
And I'll pretend like I know what's going on.
That's right. I won in one fantasy league this week and lost in the other. So,
hey, that's not bad.
Yeah, and I do love football. I don't have the time to watch as much of it as I used to. Yeah. The Colts had a really great game on Sunday. And my fantasy guys were popping off for the most part. But
I do love, though, a Sunday, like at home with the windows open, making food, football's on. You just kind of chill all day.
Yes.
And just like graze. I do love that.
Yeah. The fact that it's like, it's an event.
Yes, there's something going on.
You can make it an event.
You can be at home and chill, but there's also something to do going on.
Yeah.
That is nice.
And something to like gather around and like focus your day around.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I enjoy that, even if I don't really know what's happening.
Right. Okay, next, pumpkin patches.
I love a good pumpkin patch.
I love
the
a
one
pumpkin
we
patch
go to
too.
is so fun.
Yeah. When they have all the things.
Oh, yeah. It's a great time.
Yeah,
and
because
watching kids run around and just be adorable.
Yeah.
Like, and I just love, like, the excess of pumpkins is fun. And kind of
it's
magical.
aesthetically pleasing, too. It really is.
Where we need to go?
Where?
This fall, Oliver Winery.
Okay.
Because they go nuts.
With the decorations?
Yeah, and it's really pretty and fun.
Yeah, I'm down.
And it's really beautiful out there.
We won't be drinking any wine, but...
Oh, yeah, I just said I'm not drinking wine. Great. Well, they have other stuff.
Yeah. Well, here's something they probably have, and here's another thing. Cider.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a cider person?
I do like cider.
I like a cider,
You
too.
mean like what kind? All kinds? Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Any kind.
Yeah. I do like ciders. I drink alcoholic ciders are good, but I'm very particular because I feel like there's a lot. Yeah. They're mostly bad.
Yeah. Well, I think we both like dry ciders.
Yeah.
Which is harder to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like apple cider, like as just a drink.
I don't like hot cider that much.
I don't either. And I can have like one little glass and I'm like, this is so sweet.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
It's one of those things where like the first sip is like, ooh, that's good.
But a gallon of apple cider?
Yeah, no.
What am I going to do with that?
I don't even finish the paper cup. You know what I mean? It's like the first two sips is like, ooh, and it's all warm and like you get that nice like spicy fall flavor profile, and then it's like, okay, now I'm done.
Yeah, and I will say that is nice. Like when you go somewhere and they're like warm apple cider, I'm like, fuck yes.
It's almost like the idea of it is better than
the actual thing.
Yeah.
And I'll drink that little paper cup, and then I'm like, I'm good for a year.
Exactly. Yeah, same. But yeah, I do like alcoholic ciders. But the dry ones, like I'm not drinking a strong bow. You know what I mean?
No, or an apple orchard.
Yeah.
No, sorry. There's a really good cider called Pulsar, which just has a squirrel in the can. That's how I recognize it, and it's dry and it's really, really good.
I like that Ace Joker cider.
Yeah, that's really good
that's
too.
a good one.
Yeah.
And we used to do that with this like the tiniest splash of framboise.
Oh la la.
Which is sweet. So like you just need a very little bit, but. Yeah.
How about mulled wine?
No.
Yeah. No. That's again
or thing mead.
I don't think I've ever had mead. Where do you drink mead?
Oddball. Have you ever been to Oddball?
No.
So they're like a mead brewery here in town.
In town?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They have they used to. Now it's been years ago, but they used to have their like brewery or their little spot in a house on Walnut just down from Sylvia's. Tarot card reading.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I'm kind of like across from the post office.
Oh.
There's a house there, and they have a sign that says Oddball. But anyway, I feel like they tried to... Did they try to sell us their meads at the bar? That could be where I first discovered them.
Laugh. It's like some mead. We also sell porridge on the weekends. With your mead.
It's a little mead and porridge. Oh dear.
But yeah, mulled wine is one of those things. Like my old roommate used to make it in the fall, and it was one of those things where she'd make it, and I was like, oh, it smells so good in here, and like the thought is really good, and like one little cup is nice, but it's like I can't be drinking mulled wine all night.
No.
Yeah, no, it's too much.
It's too much, guys. It's too much. At least it's too much with a side of porridge. It's too much.
Porridge, it's really filling. So
yeah,
you can't drink as much mead as you want if you fill up on porridge.
That's right. Okay, next one. I had apple picking. That kind of goes with cider. I'm not super into it either. It's kind of boring.
Again, one of those things where it's like, oh, this sounds like it'll be really fun.
Right.
No,
not really.
It's a lot of work.
But to circle back to the pumpkin patch, if they have all of the things, it's fabulous. And by all the things, we mean the pumpkins, the corn maze, the hayride, the train, all the things.
Yeah.
You got to have all the things.
I mean, I would just go to one where it's like just a bunch of pumpkins laid out and you pick your pumpkins and go. But you do like to go and like have the full experience.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to a pumpkin patch just for that.
Yeah.
If I'm just picking pumpkins, I'll go to the Kroger.
Right.
You know, I want the full experience.
Yeah.
I want a corn maze. I want a hayride. I want the cider option. I want the option for cider and porridge. You know.
Are we going to that one?
I want every kind of gourd possible.
Are we going to go to that one?
Yeah.
Unless it's a family thing.
No.
We can do that.
Yeah, we'll go.
Cool.
Okay. And then outdoor fires is my last one.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's
who
like
doesn't love an outdoor
fall.
fire?
No.
Is there anybody that exists that doesn't like to sit around a fire?
I don't want to know if they are. If
Yeah.
they do.
It's the best. This is the time of year where we have a fire a couple nights a week at home, 2-3 nights a week. And it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
It really is.
Yeah.
And you could just, I mean, that's...
Roasting a mallow.
You could do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just stare at that fire. Maybe poke it if you're so inclined. But it's just, that's all you have to do.
That's all you need.
It's so nice.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm so excited for all these things.
That concludes my list.
Oh, wait. I had another one, but it's not. Never mind.
No?
I was going to say candy corn, but that's not. That's more Halloween than fall coded.
I hate candy corn.
I mean, everybody does.
No, they don't. Some people stan it. Kurt likes it.
He also drinks mead, too, probably, doesn't he?
He probably drinks mead, yeah.
You know what are even worse than classic candy corns are the candy corn pumpkins.
I think he likes those too. And I feel like people who like candy corns, like that's the creme de la creme of the candy corn is the,
The
pumpkin.
pumpkin?
Yeah, it's like when you get
like
the
a
Reese's
thicker-
pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Nuts. They're so dry and waxy. I don't even know.
Yeah, and like bad sugary that like makes your face go. It's like, ugh.
And it's one of those things where like they could have come out of the manufacturing factory that day, or they could be 27 years old and you would never know.
But you know what I do every time I see a candy corn? I still eat one. I'm like, yep, no, I don't like this.
I don't.
You die.
No. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to talk about Serena.
Yeah.
What are your initial thoughts?
I don't know. I'm still working this one out in my head because I don't know. This is a tough one for me. My initial thought was like, I think this is very strange to be sponsoring a medicine or a prescription. And I was trying to think, have we done
other
that?
ones? Yeah,
Like,
so sort of. I feel like I was thinking about that too because I'm like,
so like, am I just biased for some reason that I haven't really fully discovered about this? Because I'm not anti-Ozempic. I think people should take it if they want to, if they need to. Go right ahead. I just think there's something strange about commercially sponsoring it from a celebrity standpoint.
the only thing I could really think of are my first thought was Wilford Brimley, but then I couldn't even remember what it was even for. It was just like check your blood sugar, check it often, but it was just diabetes in general, or was it like some kind of
it was like
apparatus to check your blood sugar?
Yeah.
I can't remember. So that was the first one that came to mind. The second thing that came to mind was there were a bunch of celebrity endorsements for Proactive, which was the acne medication that was very popular in the late 90s and early aughts. Adam Levine did it. Julianne Hough did it. Now, I can't remember if it was originally prescription. I don't think it is anymore. But it's also more cosmetic. I don't know. Like, so
because that's what I was trying to
investigate. But you could also argue that Ozempic is now cosmetic to an extent.
Well, and I think that's what I was trying to like internally investigate was like, why did that make my like, ooh, red flaggy stuff go up? And I think it is because now I don't know if this is a bad thing. I haven't decided if I think it's a bad thing that Ozempic is now trending as, you know, what did you just call it? Cosmetic treatment as opposed to, you know, a medical prescription.
Right. Because you still need a prescription. It's not, you still need a prescription.
Only because I feel like then it influences people that they need to be thin as opposed to you could take this to get thin if it's right for your body and your doctor.
Right.
As opposed to just like, hey, anybody and everybody should just be going out to the store grabbing this stuff so everyone can be small.
Right.
I feel like that's kind of the underlying message that comes with celebrity endorsement now.
Yes.
And which I feel like that is I think that's the concern for me.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't think Serena William should be taking it or I don't think anybody should be taking it.
Right.
I have absolutely no qualms. I think it's kind of messed up that we judge people for taking it when we so harshly criticize people for being overweight. And like, here's a solution.
You can't be fat phobic and critical about people taking Ozempic.
You can't be fat, but you also, can't take this
Ozempic.
drug we've created to help you with the process.
No, I know.
It's very complicated feelings about it. So I don't really know exactly where I stand. You asked what my initial thought. My initial thought was, this just doesn't seem right.
Yeah. I think for me, my initial thought was that this is very sad. And it made me sad for two reasons. One, because if this is truly how she feels, like, that makes me sad for her. And it just makes me sad for us as a society that, like, it feels to me that even though she's one of the most celebrated athletes of all time and she has accomplished so much with her body that is so valuable, that at the end of the day, what seems like is more valuable, or at least as valuable, possibly to her and to us as a society, is still just to be thin. Yeah. Like, instead of being focused on what our bodies can do and where they can take us and what we can accomplish with them, at the end of the day, it always comes back to just being thin.
Yeah.
And I was reading some of what she had said about it and just saying that, like, no matter what she did, like, the weight just wouldn't come off and this and that. And it's like, maybe that's your body's like resting size. Like, I don't know. It's like, maybe your body's not meant to be that thin. And I don't know. So, and it's not so much that she's endorsing the product. That, to me, that just kind of, it is what it is. Also, like, I can't imagine the amount of money they offered her to do that. And that is a layer as well. I can't sit here and pretend like I maybe wouldn't take the money if, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You're making money. She's going to make them a lot of money and they're paying her a lot of money. But I think that's really kind of what struck me, was that it just always comes back to being thin, no matter what.
Yeah,
that's the most valuable thing when it comes to a body.
Yeah,
and it just sucks.
I know, and you can't fault her. It's not like I'm like. It's not like I feel like Serena Williams is like being irresponsible, or like that I'm like, oh, shame on her.
No,
it's not that. Like. And, like, because she's a human being and a woman living in this world just like we all are.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't fault her for wanting to be like, yeah, like, I want to lose weight and I can't. Here's a thing that will help me do that.
Yeah.
Like, sure, that's your prerogative. Go for it.
Yeah. It's never about criticizing a woman for doing what makes her feel good.
Right. But that is the sad reality that, like, that is, like you said, even the most accomplished athletes in history.
One of the most accomplished bodies in history.
It doesn't feel like, hey, this body's done so much for me. I've done so much for it. And this is what we just can't accept our bodies the way they are.
Right.
We just can't.
Even when they're like
incredible.
Yeah. And have done incredible things. And like, I mean, so I don't know. That was my initial reaction. It just made me sad.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I keep thinking that we're moving away from diet culture and thin culture, and we're not.
Yeah, and I know in this...
We're not.
The development of these drugs has really brought like a shift in that change. Too,
it's a renaissance.
Because I think
it's a thin renaissance.
Yeah, I think we were all just like, oh yeah, like self-love, accepting our bodies, and now it's like, oh, but actually, now that there's something, I do actually want to be thin.
Now that I can accomplish it easily,
I'm gonna
let me do it.
I'm gonna be thin. Yeah, like obviously.
Yeah, it's like that woman from the Biggest Loser documentary saying nothing you ever do in your entire life will be celebrated as much as getting thin.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. And it just makes me sad. And it just on so many different levels. And I was hoping for so much more for my daughters. And I just don't know that it's going to be better.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I wonder too, like what if in 5 years, how things will be different and if Serena Williams will feel differently or like, you know, after people are on Ozempic for 5
That's the
years.
other thing too, is like we don't know the long-term effects.
Right.
It's like one of those things. Yeah.
What the long-term efficacy will be, and if people will,
and
like,
side effects
stay on it, or if it'll be like, no, I'm not going to keep doing this, and then it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. But
well, speaking of how we feel about ourselves, I was listening to was it Disrespectfully? I think it was, with Katie and Dana from Vanderpump. And they were talking about, Dana was talking about, of course she's like, I just saw this on TikTok. I didn't like check the person's credentials, but it was a psychiatrist or a psychologist that was talking about how even like self-deprecating humor, when you're like joking about yourself, talking badly or negatively about yourself like changes your brain chemistry.
Yeah.
And you start to truly believe it. And even if she's basically saying that your brain doesn't know the difference between a joke and the truth when you're saying these things and like thinking these things about yourself. And yeah, I feel like that's probably true. And so I've decided, I started doing this 2 days ago, and it's something that I've been doing on and off with my 6-year-old for a while, where I make her do kind of affirmations. We say like, you're good, you're smart. Well, it's from
The Help.
Yeah. You're good, you're smart, you're important.
You was smart, you was good.
Yeah. So I've been doing it on and off with her for a while, and I was like, why don't I just do it? Because it really truly is like, talk about shape shifting. There are days I will look in the mirror and be like, she's gorgeous. Like, she's gorgeous. Yeah. She's gorgeous. The body's great. The face is great. The hair is great. And then I will literally other days be like, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need to just lean in with the affirmations. And as hokey and gooberish as it is, I am saying affirmations every morning out loud, me and my daughters, and that's it.
Yeah. Are you doing it like in the mirror, looking at yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, I've tried that in the past. I should really stick to it because like it does feel so goofy.
It feels goofy, but
it does feel good, and it's like manifesting. It's like if you say it enough, you will believe it.
Yes.
And like if you write,
and if that's true about your brain chemistry, then that's what you should be training your brain to believe.
Oh yeah, and I do believe there's truth in that.
I think so too.
Which makes me concerned for myself because I'm like, self-deprecation is like my main form of humor. You know, which is like,
I know,
a slippery slope.
I know. Which maybe is why some comedians, they always talk about how comedians are like depressed and sad too.
Oh yeah.
And I know a lot of times
tortured people on the planet.
And I know a lot of times it's kind of like the chicken or the egg. And I think a lot of times it's like they've had these traumatic things that have happened in their life, and humor was their way to like deal with it. Like almost like a trauma response. But like, yeah, if you're then also like, you become like a self-deprecating comedian, and then not only are you like working through this traumatic stuff, but then you start putting yourself down all the time, that could spiral pretty quickly.
Yeah, you really got to keep it in check.
Yeah. So I'm doing affirmations. Listeners, do your affirmations. Let's do it together, Weed Whackers.
Yes. I'm going to start. Yeah.
We're bringing up the group average by doing our affirmations.
There you go. I know. I've been trying to like, because, you know, we've been going to the gym a lot. We've been working out. Mm-hmm. I've been pretty consistent about it. More consistent than I've ever been.
Yeah.
And like, I've been trying to really rein in, because I'm definitely stronger than I've ever been.
Right.
I definitely am in better shape, and like I can run now. I have more stamina. Like I have more muscle mass. Like I'm more toned. My body has changed, but I'm not losing weight, and I'm getting super frustrated about it. And I'm not getting smaller.
Right.
Which, like, I'm lifting weights, so like that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've really had to like have conversations with myself and be like, the goals you set this for were to be stronger,
right,
more capable, and healthier. So like that is happening.
You're accomplishing that.
It's a slow process. Also, like, just accept and love your body for the way it is. It doesn't have to be small.
Right.
To be acceptable.
Right.
You know, and that's just, it's a hard pill to swallow because that's the one we've been fed for.
I know.
Ever, but.
I know.
But yeah, it is. It's a journey.
It's definitely a journey. For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Should we grape and gripe?
Sure.
Are we there?
Yeah.
Are you griping or texting?
Sorry.
God. Okay. I love when people date someone new and then every time they're texting, they have a huge grin on their face. Okay. My gripe is going out to finger lickers.
Oh.
And when I say finger lickers, I mean people who lick, and this is,
their fingers.
People who lick their fingers, but for a specific reason. And I feel like these people exist less and less in the world because we're just dealing with less and less paper. But people who lick their fingers to separate paper.
Oh.
Remember you had teachers that would do that when they passed out papers and they lick their thumb? Ugh! Sick.
Yeah.
I had a client at the bank who would come in with his deposit. And he always wanted to like put the small checks and the big checks together. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. Just set down the deposit and I will take it. And we ran them through these scanners and it would like, you know, you didn't have to separate them by size. But he was like, you know, OCD about it. And he'd sit down and he would lick his thumb and he'd start thumbing through all of them. There were so many times that I tried to just grab it from him as soon as he sat down because I really wanted to be like, I don't want to touch your spit. Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah, especially post-COVID. Can't
Oh,
be
God.
Anymore.
This was pre-COVID, but like
still, yeah.
Still, he would sit down and just lick that thumb.
Yeah.
And
also,
I'm like, dude.
Like, we shouldn't be putting our fingers in our mouth really like ever.
No.
They're pretty gross.
So if you are a finger licking paper sorter, stop it. Cut it out.
I thought you meant like people who lick their fingers after they ate, and I was like, that is a cartoon. Nobody fucking finger licking good is not a real thing. If I were out eating and somebody was, I would leave immediately.
I've been known to lick a finger after a wing.
Okay, wings are the one exception.
That's the only time. But yes, I've been known to lick a finger after eating a wing.
Ooh, I'm getting wings this weekend.
Yeah. Speaking of football.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're a finger licking paper sorter,
maybe think twice about that.
Cut it out.
Yeah, it's also just like obnoxious, the sound and the time it takes.
Gross. I had a science teacher in the 7th grade every time. And I'd always, she'd lick her thumb and she'd do like 4 and then she'd lick it again and do, and I always want to be like, please don't be the immediate lick. You know what I mean? Please, please, please.
Please don't be the 4th paper.
Oh,
please
God.
Be the 4th paper. Oh, yeah. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And that is such like a generational thing. Like people don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I feel like people don't do that anymore. Because it is. I feel like a generational thing, and we just like don't have as much paper in the world. But yeah.
Oh, that's true. Digital age.
Yeah.
Okay, my gripe goes out to a lot of these streaming apps not having a continue watching category. Netflix does. When you watch Netflix, it's the first one that pops up. Continue watching. That's your first option. Peacock, Hulu may have one, but it's like buried. It should be.
They have them. It should be the first one.
At the very top first one. I shouldn't have to search for it.
You shouldn't have to search for it.
Peacock, I can't freaking find it.
Peacock has it. I have the same gripe with Peacock, not only with the continue watching, but also my stuff.
Yeah.
Have you added things to your my stuff?
Yeah.
Sometimes I will page, and I'm like,
where
is it?
It should be
and it's
up
only
top.
some of the time.
I know.
So I don't understand it.
And I'm like, maybe it's a user error thing, but I don't think so. And like, it should just be number one every single time.
I agree. Absolutely. It should be continue watching my stuff, then everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to piggyback off that gripe a little bit because I find this coming up a lot and it really pisses me off. Hulu's really bad and I can't remember which other one, but and maybe this is a Fire TV problem. I don't know. But on my Fire TV, like if I'm watching something on whatever streaming platform, when I'm just on my home screen, it'll be there. So like, let's say I'm watching The Gilded Age on HBO. It'll be on my home screen for my Fire TV. So sometimes I'll just go to that to get to the show because it's quicker than finding the app and going in. But I have found that on certain streaming platforms, if I do that, it goes to whatever I was watching. It does just go straight. But sometimes I've fallen asleep and I'm like, oh, I need to go back an episode. I cannot access the episode list from inside that episode.
Oh, I know.
And then I get pissed and I have to go back out and then go into the app. And it's like, okay, is there a way? And I'm just like not figuring it out.
Hulu or Peacock?
I'm talking about
many of them.
Yeah, it depends on the streaming platform. Sometimes I'll go directly into the episode and I'm like there and I can figure it out. Hulu is bad.
Yeah, I
figured
it out.
I think maybe.
I figured it out on Hulu. There is a way, but it's like not the obvious way.
Right.
And it's easier to do on like an iPad than it is on a TV.
Yeah.
It's different. Like, because the remote and whatever.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of annoying. So
yeah.
like
You should be able to figure it out in 2 seconds flat every time.
Yeah.
I mean, you just should.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Also, to piggyback on your piggyback.
We love a piggyback.
I think HBO has the best option. The rewind. There should be multiple speeds.
Yes.
Some of these only have one speed to rewind.
I don't think I've come across one speed.
I can't remember which one it's on. And I'm like, am I just not... I pressed the button every which way I possibly can imagine.
Because sometimes you have to like
hold it down,
or you have to press it like
click.
3 times in a row to get it.
I've done it all. And one of them, it's just slow as molasses.
Yeah, I mean, could somebody get in there and write a little code, please?
Yeah,
like, how hard can it be? Just get in there, write a little code, and fix it. We should have been coders. I should have been a coder.
We could have been changing the world.
Because I know it can be fixed easily. I just know it. God.
We could probably figure it out on ChatGPT in no time.
Probably. All right. So my grape is a simple one, and it's maybe one I've said before, but it's going to the everything shower. Have I said that?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you've said that before, but that is...
It's just so great.
Something really... It's different than the...
Yeah, and they're really wonderful when the weather starts to turn a little bit, and it's just like a little bit chilly, and like,
yeah.
And a little candle lit for the everything shower.
And if you have time to just like really do all of your business after, all of your creams, and just like take some time, and then like
the robe,
finish it off with the robe, on the couch, really make a moment out of it.
Absolutely. I will say there's nothing quite like really just a shower in general, or if you can manage it, the everything shower postpartum, where you're like in the throes of the newborn stage. It feels like a vacation.
Yeah.
I mean, you are looking forward. You take a shower every day if you can manage it and you have the help or whatever. But yeah, you're just like, you can't wait. And then if you can get the creams and everything in there,
baby.
Yeah.
Mine goes out to something we already talked about in this episode, but chili.
Yes.
I made chili last night. I made turkey chili this time with ground turkey.
I struggle with turkey.
Really? See, I liked it a lot because it didn't feel as like greasy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put meat in my chili, so.
Oh yeah, see, I do veggie chili most of the time.
Yeah,
but I was like, I'm gonna try turkey chili this time, and it was.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
I struggle for some reason to get the turkey to taste like anything, but I guess if it's in chili, like it's probably pretty easy for it to just taste like the chili.
Yeah. No, it was good. Not my best go because I was rushing. But, but it was still really yummy, and I'm just like, yes, it's here.
I love chili too. I have spent years.
You have a great chili
perfecting my chili recipe, and it is a 3.5 bean chili, and you don't miss the meat.
Yeah, I know.
It's delicious.
I prefer veggie chili most of the time.
Yeah, I'm not anti beef chili, but I like it being less greasy.
Yeah, that's like lasagna. I make a mean vegetable lasagna, and I kind of prefer this to a meat lasagna, honestly.
Yeah, I like both.
I mean, I love a meat lasagna. Don't get me wrong, but
But I also I make mine with ground sausage too, Italian sausage. I don't make it. A lot of people do like a beef ground pork mixture, but I like it with sausage. But yeah.
What do you like to dip in yours? See, when I'm feeling really frisky, I do Frito scoops.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm kind of a weirdo. I don't top it with anything. I just eat it plain. But I do like to get some of the spicy, fakey Velveeta, like that white Velveeta.
Yeah.
Melt it in there and make like a chili con queso.
Ooh, a dip?
It's so good.
Oh, with that 3 bean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's fire.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
Dang.
Sounded good. Little chili con queso, bro. And a little porridge.
Oh, wow.
Little meat, a little porridge.
Yeah, you can stick to your chili con queso. I'll stick to my meat and porridge. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, it was fun hanging out, having a little yap,
and
not being profound for once.
Yeah, I was not feeling very profound today.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed it, guys, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
3, 2, 1.